Good morning and welcome to Monday Morning Message for Beautiful Leaders. I'm Toby Tompkins. I'm the CEO of SAFIOO. I hope you guys are doing well, and I want to use today's topic to talk a little bit about a real change that we're going to be making, or I'm going to be making, not only in the focus of our conversations, but also in sort of my own direction. As many of you know, my background is in leadership development and board development, organizational transformation, diversity, equity, and inclusion. And all of that I kind of put under the umbrella of sustainability, particularly with the focus on environment, social, and governance. And in the world today, one of the biggest indicators that we see in the sustainability framework is that the metrics around governance are the most accurate and hopeful predictors of real sustainable transformation in organizations, particularly ones where people, planet, and profit are the desired results and the desired outcomes of that organization's mission, strategy, and actions or decisions. For me, this has been a very challenging topic for many organizations to get real progress on, and a number of key thinkers and business leaders really think that the whole ESG framework is hogwash. It's not really rooted in anything that's substantial, and it won't result in any significant change. I'm not really interested in debating that, but I do think that there is now upon us an incredible opportunity to look at a new and emerging world, not only for business, but for the world, that I think does give us an opportunity to think about how to create new and even more effective systems of sustainability for the planet and for our societies. I'm talking about blockchain. For those of you who may not be familiar with blockchain is a distributed ledger system that's been completely digital, that because of the way it's organized in blocks of data, creates much more efficiency and effectiveness in terms of how transactions happen in the world. And as a result, all kinds of new ideas, new thinking, new technology, and new companies are being built on the blockchain. And it's calling forward a new type of leadership, which I'm particularly interested in. And therefore, it begs the framework or the question of, well, what kind of sustainable governance? The whole idea of blockchain is that it would provide a counter and almost a polarity to our current centralized systems of accounting and managing and building businesses to create a decentralized system. If you're not familiar with blockchain, you're probably very familiar, or at least somewhat familiar, with the term Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the first currency, although it's been around since the 70s. It's the first currency to be launched on the blockchain. And in that sense, it has provided a very compelling use case for blockchain technology. But a lot of the questions around Bitcoin have everything to do with sustainability, most particularly with governance, what the impact is on society, and of course, as many of you know, what the impact is on the environment. So while I believe in the blockchain platform and in the distributed digital ledgers as a way to transform not only our global economic system, but also our societies and the world and the way that we lead, I'm aware that we don't really understand what blockchain is. We don't understand what are some of the use cases or businesses that are either currently operating on the blockchain or being built on the blockchain. And most importantly, we haven't begun to ask ourselves the question around, what does strong and effective, inclusive, and sustainable leadership look like for the companies, for all of the actors that are showing up on the blockchain, from YouTube content creators to cryptocurrency investors to companies that are building business cases, to people who are putting their art in NFTs on the blockchain. We have to fundamentally ask ourselves, how do we govern ourselves in such a way that we actually make the world a better place as a result of this new opportunity, the second chance to get it right? So I'm going to be shifting to a interview format, and I'll be reaching out and interviewing people who are currently doing work or involved on the blockchain. And that's going to be my focus from this point forward. I think there's a lot that we can learn. I think there are a lot of questions that I can ask in a blockchain world that I can't ask in the world that we currently live in. For example, what does a trustless organizational culture look like? These are things that are concepts that live on the blockchain. How do we negotiate or deal with the reality of a Byzantine general in a blockchain workplace and culture? So I have lots of questions that I can't ask right now that I can ask by refocusing my thinking and our time together on the future of blockchain and what it means for your organizations and for you as leaders. I hope that's of interest to you. And also share this with your friends. We'll be kicking off twice a month with a video, perhaps live even, interview with someone. So it'll be a different format. It'll probably last about 30 minutes in length. I hope that if you have any thoughts, feel free to drop me a message at asktoby@safio.com. In the meantime, have a great week. We'll be talking soon. Bye-bye.